विश्वमिदं व्याप्तं यन्न व्याप्नोति किञ्चन आभारूपमिदं सर्वं यं भान्त्यनुभात्ययम्. This is from Viveka Chudamani of Adi Shankaracharya. That by which the universe is pervaded, but which is not pervaded by anything, which when it shines, the entire universe shines as its reflection. That is the self.
This self can only be known in silence. Silence can be achieved when thoughts are not talking to you. That means your pure attention on silence all the time. Thoughts can still come, but you have no interest in them. If you see Bhagwan's case, if you make Bhagwan's case as a case study, he must have done some sadhana in the previous lives. Because what he said was, he was not looking for self. He was not a sadhak. Only thing was he heard the name Arunachala, and that too in November a year before, and then this death experience occurred in July. And so his ego merged in that pure self. In Bhagwan's words, he don't know where it went, but the I am the body idea disappeared. Death experience made him very clear that he is not the body. Not as a concept, but he experienced. Now, when you don't have this concept, I am the body, that itself means ego is gone, because this I thought only adheres to body. And then he beautifully says that maybe this soul or spirit or whatever that identity has no identity with body, was looking some connection somewhere else to get established. And he said, I used to go to Meenakshi temple. South tower of the temple was next to his house. But going to the temple before this experience and going to the temple after this experience was completely different. After this death experience, attaining that peace within, when he went to temple, going in front of the Lord Shiva or Meenakshi or all those saints, Shevit Saint 63, he said there was something completely different. He was full of emotions and bhava and bhakti and devotion, which was not there before. And he could pray or he could be just standing there motionless. So anchoring was happening in this new self, in that God within. And anything which was depicting God in any form was bringing him with emotions and devotion to that energy, newfound energy. The reason I am trying to explain you is because the interior has to change completely. Otherwise, you might just buy a concept and live with that concept all your life about self, but no internal change. It's a huge internal change. The moment this eye drops and that newfound energy takes over. When constantly your attention is on self, all mundane activities of the world, profit, loss, praise, insult, disease, happiness, suffering, nothing matters, nothing affects. Not when you realize self, definitely nothing affects then, but even when you are so intensely longing for it, nothing matters. See life of Mirabai, Tulsidas, anyone, any devotee, any jnani, how it happens. Lukewarm approach is of no use. It might work only if you were a sadhak, very sincere spiritual seeker in previous births, and maybe just now you just need to know the name Arunachala, like Bhagwan, and it can happen. But for normal people like us, we should have devotion, we should have some faith, and we should have interest in this and completely disinterested in things around. Don't take me wrong that disinterest means hate or repulsion. It's not that. It is accepting whatever it is, witnessing whatever it is, but not indulging. Going through it, using things, meeting people, seeing the word, but seeing as a ghost, without existence, without attachment, without repulsion, neutral. But not just neutral to the word, but deeply involved in your own self, longing for it, attention on awareness. We are that pure awareness. When you look within, you will get it. It is always there. I recently met a sadhak and he was telling me, Sanjay, we have been seekers for many births and will continue like this for many births. He already has given excuse that for next few births he will continue like this. This is all a thought which can keep you away. If God is everywhere, God is substrata of everything. Whole world can finish, but not that awareness. Awareness is always there. Whether things are there or not, people are there or not, word is there or not. Then one which is always there and even right now it is there, then how come we keep missing it all the time? And we say, "Oh, I'll do more practice and one day I'll get it." What practice it needs to know something which is there all the time, and even now it is there. When we are talking, we are in satsang. It is witnessing this satsang. This satsang is happening because of its permission. It's allowing it to happen. We are in praise of that self, Shiva. And all this is happening because of His grace on us. So we can know us, we can know ourselves. Right now. Don't postpone that this will happen in a few years' time or in few births. Why? When you throw a ball up in the sky, where would it go? It will land up again on earth. When the soul which moves out of Shiva, where will it come back to? Back to Shiva. What is obstructing it to come back? Nothing. Why should it happen tomorrow, not today, not now? I don't find any reason that it should not happen now. It should happen right now. What practice it needs? How high a bird will fly, it comes back to the tree. Wherever it goes, it will come over there again. Kabir says, मेरो मन अनंत कहाँ सुख पावे, जैसे उड़े जहाज का पंछी फिर जहाज पर आवे. Kabir is saying, my mind is not finding solace in any activities of the world. Just like a bird of the ship, it goes out, it goes and then comes back to the ship. Be like that bird which settles only in self. Nothing else. Nothing else can entice or can attract. We only have one life. Give life to truth and finish. And then whatever is left, then spread this truth. Give love to everyone. All are our part. Don't restrict your love to your family or few people. Give it to billions. Give it to all beings. Be the transmitter of that pure love wherever you live, whatever you do. But first thing first, you have to become that transmitter. Remove your covering. Let that transmitter transmit energy. Remove the covering of ego, that constrictedness of mind. Only thinking about this body, I am the body, and then suffering all the time. Nobody could ever satisfy anyone's ego. It always asks for more and then repent. Just like eating really big meal and then having indigestion. It is like that. To be in pure energy of Shiva, you have to be Shiva. No other way. No duality. Self can only be known by self. Shiva can only be known by Shiva. Then who is this person working in this body, always using this language of goat, me, mine, I, me? What is that? That is the obstacle. The moment you realize that this is the obstacle and you want to know the truth, nobody can stop you. Self is the real guru, and self is the one who is helping you all the time. Be with this pure self. Circumstances around you are not in your hand. They are like a written script, it will continue. And this written script is not an obstacle, it is your involvement in it is a problem. If you're not involved in it, let it continue. What will happen? Nothing will happen. Mind gives us excuses. This is not the right time. I have to sort out this, and I'm not old enough. This is the thing of old age. Old age when you are demented. Old age when the body is full of diseases. Old age when you already have old habits for so long, now you can't get rid of them. What old age? And do you know that you will live till that old age of 90 years when you want to start on this journey? You might be dead tonight. Then? And then you will say, oh, I'll do it in next birth. And next birth, who knows how much intelligence you are to remember it. And who knows you will be born as a human being. Postponement is what leads to continuation of this dream. Some people understand, but they understand maybe for few hours or few days or few weeks. And they go back again through the same drain of ego. Something pulls them. They think there is something more important they are missing or they have to accomplish before knowing their true self. And few years gone and then they again look into it. If you have decided, then tell me what is the obstacle. That pure awareness is always watching this drama, path of spirituality, or path of worldly life. It watches everything. If you really want to impress this pure self, Shiva, then be like Shiva, pure witness. Then that pure energy will unfold in you. Even if nobody in this world knows what you have gained, doesn't matter. You will know it. Because this gain you cannot equate with anything in this world. And don't think it is just a joy or happiness and you will be running like a mad person, happy, happy. Some people think like this. They are sad and they think once they will know it, they will be happy. I heard that Jesus Christ never laughed. He was always serious. People like Krishnamurti, always serious looking. Bhagwan was serene, calm. Sometimes, occasionally, he would laugh on a joke. But look, it doesn't matter. It's not outside external projection of emotions or laughter, or it doesn't matter. You know it. It is some knowing. It is actually knowing. It is a knowledge, pure knowledge. You know this is now end of journey, everything finished. No birth, no death. Because the one which was boasting about life after life, when that ego gets punctured by darshan of Shiva, you merge in Shiva. And you don't know who is carrying this body. Then you realize all bodies are by that pure self only. But still there are people around us who still think they are living in the body. This is duality. Duality is only creation of mind. In reality, there is no duality. It is like a mirage. It only appears to be like that. Every day, every night in deep sleep, we have no awareness of the body, but we exist. Our existence is independent of this body. Remember, I am not the body. All thoughts which starts with I, me, mine, just watch them. Don't call them my mind, my thoughts, for me. If you call your mind as your mind, thoughts as your thoughts, and think these thoughts are for you, then you will stay in the ego mode forever. Because they are talking not to Shiva, not to self, not to Brahman. They are talking to this middleman. Only they can fool this middleman. Once you transcend and thought comes, you will laugh on it. Any type of thought comes and you will only smile on it. Because now mind cannot fool you. Once you transcend, it loses its grip on you. One big jump and all is over. Jump in unknown. Jump from mortality to immortality. Jump from transient to eternal. And jump from person to pure presence. Jump from selfishness to pure self. Jump out of this world what your mind has created in front of you. It is independent of your religion, your faith, your upbringing, your job, your culture, your financial status, disease of the body or healthy body, or whatever, your educational level. Nothing matters. Only thing matters is your longing for it. And it's not that there is a quota for it, that this year 100 people will get enlightenment. So this year's H1B visa is only 1,000. Any number. Whole of the world can do it if they are interested. And there is no competition. You're not getting any percentage that only 10 best performers will get through it. In life, what we see is completely different. In worldly life, everywhere there is competition. Only few can win. Here, everyone is a winner. There, the win is of the ego. Here, the win is of the egoless. Here, the losers are winners who have lost their ego. The one who has no pride in anything becomes humble, full of humility, and it comes to your door. Shiva dances in your heart like Nataraj. That dance, that Nataraj statue is not outside, it is inside. It dances. And it dances madly if you allow it to dance. But for the dance to happen, you have to make it empty. It needs a lot of space, it needs emptiness to show you that dance. Not when you are cluttered with mind and thoughts and emotions and desires and attachments and jealousy and hate and anger. Then it does not have space to dance. It will dance when you are empty. It is also waiting to show you that. But you are so full of your own concepts that you can't create a space. Then what is the way? How can you create a space? Easier way is to have devotion. That is why you go to any temple, especially in South India, whether temples of Shiva or Vishnu, they always honor all the saints who gave that space so God can manifest. Give that space. If you don't want to call it God, doesn't matter. You can call it self, or Brahman, or Atman, or nothing, or awareness. But it is that pure energy, pure intelligence, primordial energy, undifferentiated. Everything, whatever manifesting, is because of that. That is not because of all this. That is the source, that is the cause, that is the heart of everything. You cannot know it from a distance. You have to leave everything and jump into the heart and dive deep. This is path of no return. The body is left as a residue, still living. But you don't know who is living. You use this body. but you are living without the body also. First time you realize that you are independent of this body. Alexander the Great, I don't know why they call him great, but that's what his name was. When he was leaving India, he wanted to take an enlightened person with him. And they found someone said, this is an enlightened person. And he said, you have to go with me. He said, nobody can bound me. I can't go. I am everywhere. And they thought he's arrogant. And he said, we will cut your head. He said, you cannot, no one can even touch me. He said, but we'll cut head of this body. He said, yeah, you cut, you will also see and I will also see. Doesn't matter to me. Don't think it is a small thing to give up this body concept. In evolution, this is the last step to come back home. If you see the evolutionary process from stone to plant to birds to animals and to human being, this is a constant slow process of consciousness going towards higher level. Now at the level of human being, that jump can happen if you have deep interest in that. And your deep interest creates grace, kripa of the divine to show you the truth. You have been fooled all your life for so many lives. Though it is simple, easy, direct, but it is not a small thing. When this happens, the whole Brahman knows, even one person gets it, whole Brahman knows, everyone knows. Nobody can hide it. A saint can live in a cave covered with the stone, but somehow everything will know it. All the lokas everywhere. It is a time of celebration. The day you will get it, it is the time of celebration, not for you, for the whole of humanity, beyond humanity. Everything rejoices. You become transmitter of pure energy. Don't compare it with mindfulness apps or few practices of yoga for 20 minutes every day, which keeps your body good and mind controlled. That's okay at that level, but I'm not criticizing it, but I'm saying this thing, what happens, this unfoldment is a one-way path. Then you don't have to keep doing mindfulness every day or yogic practices every day. It is all or none. And best time to know truth is right now. Don't postpone it if you're interested. If you still want to explore this word, then best to do that and then come back this birth or next birth. But lukewarm approach is of no use. You have to give up completely, or rather don't do it. We went on this trip to Arunachala. I'm pretty sure everyone has divine experiences, and everyone is holding these experiences in their heart. But I want it to be a permanent abidance in pure self. So, whatever small or large you have gained, grow on it. Be with that. Don't leave it. It is very precious. We have given our precious time for it. We all have gained it. Work on it. Be in it. Merge in it. Dissolve in it. Let that energy shine on your face, in your heart, and all your surroundings. Let it do what it wants to do. You can call it by any name or no name, doesn't matter. Be in your pure silence. You might be getting through emotional upheaval or any thought striking your mind or a situation you don't like. Question, who is this who don't like things, who want to have things in a different way? Who is that? If I am telling you everything is happening according to the divine will and everything is happening in the most beautiful way, then who is unhappy? Who is the one who always have his or her own say in everything? Who is that? Question this deeply, and that will take you to the source, Brahman, that pure awareness, where all doubts will rest. Problem is, we take our mind so seriously. Everything comes out of this mind. And wherever mind wants to take us, we go there. It can also get us involved in crime, hurting others. Moment we touch our pure self, we all are one. Pure love, without any difference. And I guarantee if you are really honest about your approach, you will know it instantaneously. But if you're just testing the water and you have so many goals to achieve, and this is one of them, it will never ever happen. Because for all sorts of goals, you have to be in the ego mode. Ego mode is the desire mode, attachment mode. It is also getting energy from the same source, but it is always with name and form and activities and doership. While the pure energy is witnessing whatever is happening, it is always uninvolved. Though it gives energy, but it does not do anything. It is like electrical current going through a wire. And that is incessant flow of energy all the time, never stops. If you identify with that energy in the electric wire, then what birth, what death, you are always there. Pure intelligence. But if you identify yourself with the bulb, which is lightening up in a form from that energy, then there is a life of that bulb. It will fuse after 4,000 hours. And because of your identification, you will become another bulb, but never will identify the energy behind it. Even a jnani realizes this fact very clearly, that whatever is happening in life is because what the body wants or doesn't want. Even subtle desires brings rise to reactions and repulsions and consequences. Only difference is a jnani blames himself when something goes wrong, while an egoistic person blames society, others, situation to anything going wrong. With a simple fact, Bhagwan once was on hill. He was trying to reach a tree, banyan tree, and then there were these bees which attacked him. And he didn't move his leg, he just kept it there. And they keep biting him. And the leg was swollen. And he said, "It was my mistake. I went into their house in the hornets. They didn't come to my house. Let them punish this leg which went there." Who thinks like this? And it was swollen for a few days. They left their stings in it, in his leg. In awareness, you become unbiased. Unbiased about everything, about the body. This body, other bodies, everything is same. Awareness has no body or it has all the bodies. It speaks on behalf of everything. It has no separate existence. Abide in your pure silence, which is constant. Thought comes and goes, emotion changes, feelings change, body changes, world around us change. But substrata, Brahman, our true self, is always the same, unchanging, uninvolved. You are this stillness. Body moves, but you don't move. Body travels, but you don't travel. Body speaks, you don't speak. Realize you are not the body. And when you are not the body, then which relation of the body is your relationship? Nothing. Effect on body is not effect on you. Insult to the body is not insult to you. Praise to the body is not praise to you. You become nothing. And that nothing is pure bliss. You are nothing but bundle of bliss, eternal bliss. Then your body or your talks or your actions might give some hint of that bliss. People may or may not recognize, doesn't matter. But there is peace, eternal peace. one thing is sure, you will become a tower of peace. I know so many people come to spirituality to find some peace. They say, Sanjay, can I get this much of peace? And then they become infinite peace. Someone was asking me whether I should continue seeing my counselor after all this pure energy, and I said, yes, give some pure energy to your counselor also, because that person is trying to heal so many. He needs a lot of that energy. It is exactly like when you light up a candle and then you light up other candles from one candle. In India, we used to do as a kids, on Diwali, one candle and then you light up all the diyas in the house. It is like that. One has energy. Anyone who is with open heart wants to have that energy will get that energy. This is the way it is. Because this is fine tuning into what you want. And if it is there, you come closer in vicinity, in whatever way, you will get it. One thing on this trip, you ask anyone, everyone was getting love, love, and love from everyone else. What is this love? Do you think it was love coming from different beings together? We say love in the air. It was love in the air. That substrata is always there. That love is everywhere. We don't tune to that love. When you tune to it, then everything is a blessing. And when out of 30, if half of them are tuned, they'll uplift others also. That is the power of satsang. Someone might join casually with an open heart, but others are very sincere and pure souls. They can help the other one to lift up, which is hard on your own sometimes. Once you know it, then you become Kabir or Rumi. Because what else would you do? You can write poems or you can just praise that Lord within you. Don't come to spirituality as the last resort because you've tried everything and nothing has helped you to be happy. Take it as the first thing, give it the topmost priority. And see how it will manifest in you. So much of bliss. Some people like Josh never want to return back. I asked him to get some books for me and he's saying probably I might come back in few months.
6 months.
But don't be scared. Even if you come here, this energy will stay with you. Don't worry. But if you want to stay there longer, it's up to you. What about the rains, Josh? Is it still raining there?
No, it's a couple of days of rain, but mostly sunny. Been overcast a few times. I went up to Virupaksha Cave again today.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Very good, Josh. I'm so happy for you. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Arunachal Ramanaya Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, everyone.